Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of IoT Trailblazer Podcast. I am your host, Neel Singh, and in today's episode, Future of Cloud-Based Surveillance in India, we'll be exploring the critical backbone of modern-day security and digital operations. To share some light on this critical work and vital work, we have Rajashekhar, Managing Director of Brihaspathi Technologies. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here on the show, Raj.
Thanks, Neel.
Okay, Raja, to start with, can you tell us a little bit more about Brihaspathi Technologies?
Brihaspathi Technologies Limited is pioneer in surveillance industry. With over 18 plus years of experience, we have 300 plus workforce spread across 21 states, and we have 12,000 plus clients across various industrial verticals like government, enterprise and industries. We have done a lot of projects related to surveillance, bigger deployments, like we have installed cameras for border security force, for Pakistan border and Bangladesh border. We have deployed more than 1.5 lakh cameras during 2024 elections, and we have deployed more than 65,000 plus cameras for recent NEET examinations across 19 states. We proudly say that we are one of the strongest players in the surveillance industry with the overall deployment of about 1.2 million cameras across various industries. These are all like cloud deployments. Our strength is like our team.
That's a very clear picture of Brihaspathis vital role. Now, given the high-stake deployments, especially examination centers, polling booths, you must have had your own share of challenges. Can you talk about them?
As you know, these are all like larger deployments which requires a lot of planning and a proper execution. Because there should be, like, when we are installing thousands of cameras, we need to plan such a way that each and everything should went well. For example, like for a recent NEET examinations, we have installed 65,000 cameras across 19 states. We need to prepare such a way that each and everything should be go well, like manpower at each states and material deployment at each location and logistics. Everything should be taken care in a proper way.
So you had some very critical and significant pain points to solve. How did you tackle all of them?
As you know, these kind of a larger deployments requires a lot of strategic partnerships. We have done these kind of larger deployments with the help of our partners. Like to solve this issue, we partnered with Jio. Jio is coming up with their own JioSecure and JioBridge platforms, where JioSecure help us connecting all the cameras to a single platform where we can perform different kind of analytics as per the requirements of the customer. Like we can have a facial recognition, group detection, loitering detection. And JioBridge devices helps us in connecting different kind of devices to a single platform. These two helps us for a quick deployment of our solution.
That's an excellent overview of why. Now, let's move a little bit towards how. Could you walk us through your initial experiences was like and share some measurable benefits or success stories, Raja?
Majority of these installations are event-based organizations where we need to complete these projects within the time frame. So, quick deployment will plays a vital role in this project's execution. For example, like installing 60,000 cameras, 70,000 cameras in a single order, that requires a lot of automation where each camera can be automatically connected to the cloud server, and all these integrations can be done with ease. That where JioBridge plays vital role, where each and every location can be connected to the center location. That's how it helps us achieving our goal.
That's a ringing endorsement, Raja. Now let's jump to some quick rapid fire round. What I'll do is I'll shoot some questions and you fire back with your answers. Ready?
Ready.
On-prem or cloud? What's the future of surveillance?
Definitely it's cloud solution.
What's the common mistake that integrators do while surveillance deployments?
Improper planning.
Analog or IP cameras, your go-to for new deployments?
Definitely it's IP cameras.
What's the biggest threat to data security in surveillance today?
Hacking, we can say malicious software in the SOC.
One word to describe JioSecure.
360 degrees.
An exciting trend today in surveillance industry.
Make in India.
That was an exciting session. Can you please explain a bit about the cloud-based surveillance platform?
Cloud-based platforms are more scalable. For example, like just I wanted to take an example. When we install some 20-30 cameras in any premises using a on-premises solution or any storage solution, like scaling up will be very difficult because it requires a lot of hardware to be added and a lot of cabling to be done. But when it comes to cloud-based surveillance, when we install 20,000 cameras, that can be scaled up to 20,000 cameras more. with a simple auto scale function in the cloud infrastructure. That is how which makes a lot of difference in the surveillance industry.
That sounds like a complete evolution of your service delivery. Looking ahead, Raja, what's next for Brihaspathi Technologies? Or what's your vision for the partnership going ahead?
Wanted to have a strategic partnership with Jio, like where we wanted to improve our service deliverability by using cutting edge technologies which Jio is offering. Like for example, this Jio Secure platform using where we can implement lot of analytical features in the same elections, like we can count the number of people are coming in, we can detect their faces, and we can do a mobile detection within the polling booth. So all this can be achieved using that. So definitely by adding these services to our existing strength, we as stand out of the crowd.
That's a fascinating area of growth and a very real world application, Raja. This has been an insightful conversation. Raja, before we wrap up, I would like to ask you to share the name of a book that you might want our viewers to read.
Definitely, Neel. I suggest my favorite book, in fact, Rich Dad Poor Dad. Like this book I love very much because it gives lot of insightful information about financial discipline and all. I suggest this book to all the entrepreneurs and startups.
Wonderful. It was such a delight having you over here, Raja. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Neel.
And a thank you to our viewers for tuning into this episode of IoT Trailblazer Podcast. To catch more such inspiring and insightful stories, do follow us. Till then, stay connected, stay secure.